Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to discuss the example for random variable. So kindly refers to the question. A continuous random variable x has the cumulative function given by where we have the situation for CDF. So in here they mention that it is a continuous, so where sign is not important. A, show that A is equals to 1 and B is equals to 24. So as we all know, it is a continuous, so we know that there is a link between the 1, 3 and 7. So kindly make use of the situation. So where we have the situation f1, which is equals to 0. So at the same time, we have f1, we can refer to the second function where we have 1 minus a bracket squared over 12, which is equals to 0. So 1 minus a, which is equals to 0. So a, which is equals to 1. Next, we have the second part. In order to find the b, we can make use of the situation where we have f7, which is equals to 1. At the same time, as we all know, f7 we may refer to the third function, where we have 14 multiplied with the 7 minus 49 minus 25 over b, which is equals to 1. So kindly cross multiply the situation. So where we will have 98 minus 74, which is equals to b. So in here, b is equals to 24. So we already show the situation where a is equals to 1 and b is equals to 24. So by refers to b, here we have the function. The question asks us to find the probabilities that x, which is greater than equals to 2 and less than equals to 5. So kindly refers to the situation where we have the CDF. So f5 minus f2. So when we're dealing with f5 means that we're going to use the third equation. So where we have 14 multiplied with the 5 minus with 25 minus with 25 over 24 for the f5 minus the f2 refers to the second function where we will have 2 minus 1 bracket squared over 12. So after we simplify, 14 multiplied with the 5 where we have 70 minus with the 50, so we will have 20 over 24 minus where we have 1 over 12. So if we simplify the situation where we will have 10 over 12 minus 1 over 12. So we will have 9 over 12. If we simplify, so where we will have the situation 3 over 4, or we can say 0.75. Next is to find the median. First is to test the situation. Where is the location for the 0.5? So what we have to do is to test f0, as we all know, it is equals to 0. As we all know, f1, which is equals to 0. So no need to test for the 1. Next, we're going to test the f3. So kindly substitute, where we have 3 minus 1, which is equals to 2 squared, where we will have 4 over 12. So as we all know, 4 over 12, which is equals to 1 over 3, or we can say 0.333 repeated 3, which is less than 0.5. So means that the location for 0.5 doesn't locate in 1 and 3. Next, we're going to test the f7. So kindly substitute, where we have 14 multiplied with the 7 minus 49 minus 25 over 24. So as we all know, 14 multiplied with the 7 where we have 98 minus the 49 minus the 25, and we will have 1, where we can say it is greater than 0.5. So means that the 0.5 is located in between 3 and 7. Next, what we have to do is to substitute the situation. Fm is equals to 0.5. So as we all know, the Fm will be 14m minus m squared minus 25 over 24, which is equals to 1 over 2. Kindly cross multiply the situation. So we will have 14m minus m squared minus 25, which is equals to 12. Kindly rearrange the situation. So m squared minus the 14m, so where we have 25 plus with the 12, so we will have plus 37 equals to 0. After we factorize the situation where we have m minus bracket 7 plus 2 multiplied with the square root of 3. Another factor where we have m minus bracket 7 minus 2 multiplied with the square root of 3, which is equals to 0. So from here, we have the situation m equals to 10.5, m is equals to 3.54. So as we all know, the m is located from the 3 until the 7. So we said m is valid for 3.54, or we can say m, which is equals to 7 minus 2 multiplied with the square root of 3. So that is the median for this situation. Next, D, determine the density function. So what we can do is to differentiate the situation. For example, where we can differentiate the 0 with respect to x. Next, we can differentiate the situation where we have x minus 1 bracket squared over 12 with respect to x. Next, differentiate the situation where we have 14x minus x squared minus 25 over 24. And finally, differentiate the 1 with respect to x. So from here, we can differentiate the situation, meaning that we will have 0. Continue. Differentiate the situation where we will have 2 multiplied with x minus 1 over 12. Do remember, differentiate the internal function and we will have 1. So after we simplify, we will have x minus 1 over 6. Continue. Differentiate this part, so we will have 14 minus 2x 0 over 24. So if we simplify the situation, so we will have 7 minus x over 12. Finally, differentiate the 1 and we will have 0. So kindly rewrite the situation where we have the density function, which is x minus 1 over 6, where we have the domain x is greater equals to 1 less than equals to 3. Continue. 7 minus x over 12 with the domain 3 until 7. Continue. We have 0 otherwise. So here we have the density function. Next is to sketch the graph for the density function. And then, hence, find the mode. So here we have the graph. For example, x minus 1 over 6. Kindly substitute the 1 and we will have 0. Next, if we substitute 3, we will have 3 minus 1, which is equals to 2. 2 over 6, where we have 1 over 3. So here we have 1 over 3. And then, as we all know that, x minus 1 over 6, which is the linear graph. So we connect the graph with a straight line. Continue. Substitute the 3, where we will have 4 over 12 for the second function, so which is equals to 1 over 3. Next, if we substitute 7, and we will have the 0. So where we have the line, which is red in color. Next is to find the mode. Refers to the graph for the PDF, and we have to find which one is the highest probability. So as we all know, the mode, which is x is equals to 3, because here we have the highest part. So here we are, and thanks for watching.